Hello, class. Welcome to week two and overview of Module 2. For this week, as you can read over here, so what you're going to do is you're going to learn how to identify Python data types and activities that can be performed of each type. In Python, there are different types of data that we use when we are writing our program. And it is important for you to identify at least the basic ones. And this is where this week is going to be very important because when you are doing your ZBook assignment, the different activities, you are going to have to deal with this. I want to tell you that it is important that you pay really attention to every module and specifically the explanation or the details provided about every topic that we are discussing because that's going to further help you with the development of the class and also the assignment that you have to perform during this week. Okay, so you will learn how to use strings for reading and parsing data, including separating streams. So basically, streams are, and you're going to see them a couple examples. Streams are like when you're using names, right? Like when you want to output a specific string, if you want to output your name to the screen to the user, those are called streams. So you're gonna see the couple of exercise. So it's introduction to domain two. So you're gonna go, as I said, you're gonna go over the objectives, identify Python data types and activities that can be performed for each type. Also, you're gonna be learning about the strings and how can you parse in the data and how to separate the strings. Obviously, you're gonna be using the IDE. As I said, please use your pie chart. And one of my recommendation is when you are doing your ZBook assignment, I want you to type your program here, write your code here, and run it. Run your code because if you are not sure in ZBook and you're doing your activities and you submit it, you're gonna have a whole bunch of errors and you might get probably zero. But if you run it in pie chart and it gives you an issue, you can go back and fix it. Once it's fixed, then you can go back to your ZBook and you can just kind of like copy and paste it or just do it. But don't do it right away in ZBook if you're not sure, because when you submit it, if you're not right, you're gonna miss that opportunity. Okay. So a couple of things that you wanna look into here. You're gonna learn about, as I mentioned, Python data types, including what is a list, what is a tuples, also dictionaries. This is very important. For the most part, in my experience, in daily day work, we use this quite often when I'm developing Python. So knowing this is going to be important for your career as a software developer, and also as a computer scientist. You're gonna be using these all the time. So, for example, you can note add the number 147 because the number 147 is an integer, and the word apple. Apple is a string, and 147 is an integer. Therefore, they are not the same data type. So since they are different type, and as I mentioned, integer and apple is a string, which made them different category of data, understanding the main data type, it is important in Python because you're gonna help you to, further or deeper understanding on how data type can be stored and manipulated by the program. So in this domain, and I'm gonna go into the entire details of this, you're gonna learn how can I convert. Let's say if you want to add a an integer with a string, how can you convert that so that you can read it when you execute your program? They work perfectly without no problem. That's what you're going to learn. And as I say, if you have any question, just reach out. But I want you to go as further as possible. Don't reach out to me just, hey, I don't understand what a data type is. Then you need to read the book, you need to go to the exercise, and you need to try it. I want you to go online. Can and you might ask a question. Hey, professor, can I use um, can I use the internet? Can I use Chat GPT? Use it to your discretion, and also knowing that just don't go there and tell them, and find somebody that did the project and you copy and paste it. Please try to understand. Use all of these resources to help you learn. Don't use the resources to help you do the assignment. Okay, it's no, you don't want ChatGPT to do your assignment. You want ChatGPT to explain you what it is, to give you an example, and then you can go ahead and do it yourself. Okay. Pie chart, once again, please install pie chart. I provided you step by step how to do it. Run it. This is what you need. You need pie chart to do it because that's going to help you to run your program before you actually go into ZBook and start doing your assignment. Okay, so review the module 2 resources. We got plenty of resources. I'm providing you guys a lot of materials during the week that you can go and look into it. There's other colleagues that have done the entire course videos, and for me, instead of myself kind of just go over the video or do video, I just link it those for my colleagues so that you guys can go and watch it, and just to add more knowledge into your covering, I would say, understanding of what you are learning so far. So me, the domain 2 activities in ZBook, and I have just a little warning here, and I'm gonna show you now when I go to ZBook. You have to do the activities in ZBook. Those grades are gonna populate automatically in Brightspace. Now, the lab activities, I'm gonna input those grades because some of you, you know, reach out and say, hey, I did this assignment, but I don't see the grade. I'm going to pull that for your participation in the activity. So submit the module 2 assignment and, start reviewing the project 1, please, because you don't want to wait until last minute. So this is kind of the module 2 as a glance, and telling you what are the expectation. If you have an installed pie chart, by this point, you should have it running. And just try a regular program. Just try something simple and and give it a chance and see how it works. And if you get an issue, just let me know. Read the material. Here it is. Getting started with pie chart. Just go over there and do it. There are some tutorials that we already have sharing with you guys how you can create and run your first pie chart project. Do it because that's the ways you're gonna get some experience if you have never used it. And by the way, you can have that as part of your tools that you can show to your employer that you know how to use pie chart, at least from the basic perspective. So go ahead and use it. So one thing I want to show you here, some of you asked me, like, let me go back to here. Some of you asked me recently, like, hey, what are these numbers? These numbers, my friends, are basically like every week that you need to do it. So week 1 is introduction to programming in variable expression. So you need to do this assignment. So all of this assignment here, you need to get it done. All of this. And then you're gonna see that says, ZLab, training basics, ZLab, lab input, lab. You have to do this assignment because that is when you do all of this, this is where I'm gonna see the entire participation of the ZBook, and that's what we're gonna do the lab activity at the end to give you the actual grade. So every number that you see here represents the week that you have to do it. So next week you have to do, or this week you have to do data type strings, string basic, list basic, dictionary, common data type, summary. You have to do this, and most importantly, you have to do the labs. The labs are critical for you to do. Okay. So I want you to pay attention to that. The same thing for week 3. You're gonna look into the decision branching, what they have to do with the conditional statements. So little by little, you are going to learn if you don't know anything, and little by little, once you do the assignments, you're gonna learn. But you have to do the assignment. You have to do all the practice because otherwise, you will not get those scores or those grades, and then it's gonna you might fail the class if you don't do that, right? Let me move on. Let me see what else do we have for this week. I already talked about the ZBook. You guys have to do. I'm expecting you to do all of that and reach out to me if you have any question. The discussion also, if there's a discussion, please, I'm begging you right now. When we have a discussion board, you have to provide your discussion. And you need to provide 2 feedback to your peers, not only one. You need to provide 2 feedback to your peers. So do that. Get it done on time. And when you are providing feedback, provide like constructive feedback. Don't say, oh, you should have done only this, but oh, I didn't like your code. I didn't like your code, or I didn't like what you said, or doesn't sound correct. Constructive. Hey, I think you can do better. If you would have probably looked into this, that probably would have worked. This is a link that I can recommend you to look into. So provide some feedback. Provide some helpful resources to your peers. Okay, and These are some of the 24/7 that we have: tutorials, writing feedback, workshops, and other resources that you can use. Tutoring, academic coaching, questions. This is some resources that we have available here in SNSU that you can use at your disposal. So once again, let me go to the discussion board. Right now, you see you got discussion 1 and 2 and 3 to 4. So every week that you have a discussion, I want to see you guys all participating and providing feedback to your peers. Once again, if you have any question, reach out um, and let me know if you don't know how to work with pie chart. But pie chart should be straightforward, basically the same code that you're gonna use, and just write it, put it here, run it, and if you have an error, figure out what the error is, learn from it, fix it, and then you can go to the zbook and do your assignment. If you have any question, once again, send me an email, let me know, and I get back to you as soon as possible. Enjoy this week and good luck.